tried all the food options on Margaritaville at Sea Islander on our 4-day cruise. It was a lot of food, and some things were very good and others were very bad. Here's the full rundown of every restaurant, the menus, what we ate, and how we would rate it. Let's start with the included dining options, which are Port of Indecision Buffet, Frank and Lola's Pizzeria, Cheeseburger in Paradise Burger Bar, Mexican Cutie Cantina, and Finn's Dining Room. And let's look at each one of them. Port of Indecision Buffet was probably the most underwhelming food experience on the ship. The setup is the usual cruise buffet with your regular food stations, a dessert station, and a drink station. The most shocking thing to us was how little variety was available on the buffet. We're used to Royal Caribbean, where even on smaller ships, you will have a number of stations with multiple types of food choices, a huge salad bar with pretty much everything you'd want on a salad, and a large variety of desserts. Here they only had 2 to 3 proteins, usually meat, chicken, or fish, a side dish, things like rice and potatoes, and a couple of vegetables. There was salad available, which is good, but only about 5-6 items to add to your lettuce. And for dessert, there was always Jell-O, a few individual sweets, and one time there was a bowl of this tiramisu pudding that looked like somebody brought it to a potluck dinner. They also had a cake station for those with a sweet tooth. Overall, if you're picky about your food, it may be difficult for you to find things you really like here. Cheeseburger in Paradise is one of the best included food options. The burgers were juicy, it had many toppings available like sauteed onions and mushrooms, so you can really make it your own. Many people compared it to Guy's Burgers. I've never had that, so I can't compare it, but this was absolutely delicious. Mexican Cutie Cantina is set up right next to the pool deck, and it's a great place to get a quick snack, or you can even make it your lunch or dinner. Meats were somewhat dried out when I tried it, but they had these large bins sitting out for a long time, so it might have been better earlier. However, if you pile up the toppings, it can really make up for it. So I really enjoyed it, except for the cheese quesadilla, because by the time I got it, it was a glob of this cold, melted, and then hardened back up cheese. So I would not recommend that. Frank and Lola's Pizzeria is set up right inside the buffet, and it is comparable to other cruise ship pizzas. I think pizza taste and quality is a highly subjective matter based on personal preferences. We felt that the pizza was somewhat blah and a little too greasy, but a lot of people liked it. Well, we noticed that many times it was empty with a long line waiting for it, and seemed like every night there was the strong burnt smell throughout the whole part of the buffet, which kind of didn't smell really nice. But overall, it's a good alternative for the buffet. Finn's Dining Room serves a different menu on every night, and most of the food we tried was good. I didn't care for the atmosphere in a dining room because it was really more similar to a buffet, but just a little nicer. I'm used to the opulence and rich decor of Royal Caribbean ships, so you feel like you're going to a very nice restaurant for dinner. For our dinner, we had the honey chili pork belly, which was like a thick piece of bacon, clam chowder, Nolan's barbecue shrimp, which frankly didn't have any barbecue flavor, but it was really tasty, and a delicious pina colada lush for dessert. The food was very good. The service did not even come close to anything what we're used to on other ships or any local restaurant for that matter. Waiters would simply come, take our order, no small talk. We did wait for an hour and a half for dinner, and then we finally went to cancel it, only to walk into a half-empty dining room. So either way, I would still definitely recommend eating in the dining room for dinner instead of the buffet because of the food quality. For a small ship, there is a surprisingly good selection of the specialty dining. The choices are the Islander Dining Room, the JWB Steakhouse, Farside Sushi, Island Eats, Tiki Grill, and Margaritaville Coffee Shop. JWB Steakhouse is set on top floor overlooking a 14-deck open area. It is beautifully decorated and has a nice, elegant feel to it. The menu includes a regular selection that you would find in a steakhouse. The filet we tried there was the most tender filet mignon I've ever had, and we always go to Chops Grill on Royal. This was better. For appetizers, the pork belly had a combination of bursting flavors, and it was one of my favorite appetizers. And lobster bisque, which was also very good, was a surprisingly large portion. My son got the steak tartare, which he also liked. I didn't think I could eat any dessert because we were so full, but the server recommended trying the Coconut Island Crema dessert. Oh my goodness, it was so delicate, and I ate the whole thing. The key lime pie was also very good, but much more filling. The service was very slow for us. There were only about 10 tables occupied when we had dinner, and it took about 45 minutes between us finishing an appetizer and getting our main course after we told them that we had show plans and we planned on only an hour and a half for dinner. So we ended up spending 2.5 hours at that dinner, and we missed most of the show because of that. Islander Dining Room is a very different type of an offer that I'm used to seeing with specialty restaurants. The dining room has that elegant look with tablecloths that you would expect from a nicer restaurant. It has a lot nicer decor than the main dining room and noticeably better ratio of waiters versus diners. At the same time, you have almost the same menu as the main dining room, plus a couple of additional entrees. So the $20 per person upcharge mainly pays for the atmosphere and better service. We had the Ultimate Dining Chill package, which included both dinner and brunch at this restaurant. So the dinner menu had a nice selection of various dishes that would please different tastes. I ended up ordering a shrimp BLT flatbread appetizer from the Islander special items list and Antigua shrimp from the main dining room menu entrees. Both were very delicious. If you like bread pudding, I highly recommend trying their 48-hour bread pudding in the dessert menu. Brunch menu had both breakfast and lunch items. My son ordered the chia pudding, which was amazing, and blueberry pancakes, which were frankly way too sweet. I had the fried chicken with waffles. The chicken was dry and the waffles were strangely gritty, so I would not order those again. I think the other items from their lunch portion of the menu would have been a better choice. If you like sushi, then Farside Sushi will not disappoint you. It's set up on the side of one of the bars on the far side of the world area, and they offer amazing made-to-order sushi. The menu has starters, rolls, bowls, sashimi, and desserts, but we decided to use our dining package credits on 4 sushi rolls, and we made it our dinner. So we ordered Farside California roll, Duval Street roll, Casino roll, and a volcano roll, and all of them were excellent. Island Eats is an a la carte seafood venue located in the adults-only area. Everything is made to order. The most popular item on the menu were crab legs, which they ran out of after day 2, so we didn't get to try them. We ended up getting a pound of shrimp and a bucket of mussels. Unfortunately, we both got sick about an hour after eating this meal, and were sick the rest of the evening and night, and that was the only thing we ate all day, so we knew it was the food, but hopefully it was an isolated instance because they actually tasted really good. Tiki Grill is also located in the adults-only area on the back of the ship, and it offers grilled and fried items. We got to try the buffalo shrimp, which was a tempura-style fried shrimp with buffalo sauce. We also had conch fritters, Parmesan chicken wings, and barbecue chicken wings. Everything we tried was really good. I think the Parmesan wings were our favorite item there. The Margaritaville Coffee Shop is located right inside the buffet area. It has a selection of breakfast sandwiches and pastries, and a number of grilled sandwiches and paninis. Of course, it also serves the full selection of coffees, espressos, lattes, and iced drinks. If you'd like to see more videos about the Margaritaville at Sea Islander, check out this playlist next. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more.